Hey there, friends. Today we're diving into a mind-bending concept called quantum immortality. It sounds intense, right? Derived from quantum mechanics and the many worlds interpretation, this idea suggests that our consciousness might never actually experience death. Instead, in scenarios where things get really tough, like life or death situations, our awareness just shifts to an alternate reality where we miraculously survive. Let's explore some fun and imaginative examples of this intriguing theory. So, what exactly is quantum immortality? At its core, it's the idea that when faced with a situation where death is a possibility, our consciousness could persist in an alternate universe where we come out unscathed. This takes us back to the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics, which suggests that every possible outcome of a quantum event creates a new branch of reality. This means that for every risky event we encounter, there's a version of us living in an alternate universe where things went a little differently, where, against all odds, we survived. Let's say you're driving and suddenly, bam, a car swerves right in front of you. In one universe, that's game over, and it's a tragic ending. But quantum immortality suggests that in another branch of reality, you dodged the accident just in time, even though many others didn't make it. Imagine feeling relieved and just a little shaken, but ultimately safe, knowing that your consciousness is vibing in that survived version of the universe. Now picture someone who's just been diagnosed with a terminal illness. It's devastating, but quantum immortality suggests something fascinating. In many realities, sadly, they might succumb to the disease. But in that other universe, they wake up one day, completely healed and ready to take on life again. Just think about the joy that would bring, knowing they exist in a reality where they've triumphed over a seemingly impossible situation. How about being on a plane that suddenly faces a crisis? Most people would assume that the worst could happen. Yet, in the many worlds, countless branches lead to survival. Imagine this. In one universe, there's you, perhaps in the last row, escaping unscathed while the plane lands safely. What a wild ride that would be, feeling secure in a reality where all ended well. Let's take it up a notch. Picture a massive earthquake shaking your city. Your heart races as buildings tumble and chaos reigns. Yet in the realm of quantum immortality, there's a universe where you find yourself in a structurally sound building, or you swiftly find high ground, avoiding all the chaos. The sheer relief and gratitude of being safe would be overwhelming as you sit back and appreciate the luck of that alternate reality. Now, think about a professional stunt performer who attempts to pull off a crazy, life-threatening stunt. With numerous ways for things to go wrong, the odds can feel stacked against them. But quantum immortality is in their corner, suggesting that in some worlds, they land that trick perfectly and walk away unscathed. How epic would that be successful, death-defying performance, high-fiving the crowd with a sigh of relief knowing they dodged disaster. Imagine a soldier out in the field, facing life-or-death situations every second. In one universe, they might not make it home, but in another, they narrowly dodge a bullet or get unexpectedly rescued. Just picturing that sigh of relief when they realize they're alive and fighting another day is powerful. Quantum immortality suggests they're not just a statistic in one timeline, but a survivor thriving in another. Now, let's talk extreme sports. Think of someone going base jumping or skydiving. While exhilarating, these activities come with a ton of risks. But thanks to quantum immortality, in some timelines, they land flawlessly each and every time. Just imagine the thrill of soaring through the air and perfectly touching down. That's a reality where they can keep living their adrenaline-fueled life without the high-stakes worry. Now, what about a patient undergoing risky surgery? It can be a nerve-wracking experience, but with quantum immortality, there's a universe where they come through just fine. After the operation, they wake up feeling great, ready to embrace life again. It's a comforting thought to know that in some reality, they've sailed through that medical storm and can move on with their life seamlessly. Imagine being an astronaut on a treacherous mission to Mars. With potential fatal outcomes around every corner, it sounds intense. Yet, quantum immortality proposes there's a timeline where the astronaut overcomes challenges and returns safely to Earth. What a story to tell, right? A tale of conquering the universe, gone wrong in one way, but coming out victorious in another. That's the thrill of exploring the cosmos. Lastly, think about those little everyday close calls, like almost being hit by a falling object. In that tense moment, it feels real, but in the quantum world, there's a version of you that expertly dodges it at the last second. Those small moments remind us of how many alternate realities could exist, where we just happen to escape barely unharmed. How cool is that? So there you have it, friends. Quantum immortality, such a wild yet fascinating notion, right? It's important to remember this is purely speculative and not scientifically proven, but it makes you think about the nature of reality and consciousness in some profound ways. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you believe in alternate realities? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more mind-bending content. Until next time.